If you want infinite gunpowder, redstone, glowstone, and so much more, then this is the farm for you. This witch farm can be built within the first couple hours of starting a new world and will provide you with all these super useful items. Gunpowder, redstone, glowstone, sticks, empty bottles, sugar, spider eyes, potions of healing, and potions of fire resistance. Before we get started, hit that like button and subscribe for more tutorials just like this. To build this farm, you'll need these items. I'll give you a quick second to screenshot this if you'd like. Once you've got all your materials together, you'll need to find a witch hut in your world. The easiest way to do this is to head to a site like chunkbase.com and put your world seed number in the witch hut finder. This will show you the locations of witch huts in your world and is the fastest and easiest way to locate any structures in your world. We've actually got 2 witch huts right behind me on this completely random seed that I chose to do this tutorial on. You'll want to look around for the best witch hut to build this farm at. This one here would be fine with no real issues. It is in water. But this will require a little bit of spawn proofing because you've got this hill over here. So to avoid any additional spawn proofing, you'll want a witch hut in a location like this surrounded by flatlands. First, we need to find the spawn spot in the witch hut. Do this by breaking all the blocks around the witch hut and fill in glass panes at head height. With that done, move back about 30 blocks and wait until nighttime. And in just a second, you'll see, that was super quick. In just a second, you'll see you've got a witch spawning. They will spawn right in the middle of the glass panes, and with that, we'll be able to identify our spawn spot. The witch hut only has a single spawn location. So break out these glass panes, and then we'll locate that spawn location. Go ahead and pull out your locator map. In Minecraft Bedrock, mobs spawn on the northwest corner of a block. So the block to the southeast of the witch is the spawn block. So if we're looking at our witch here, we are looking to the north. Turn slightly to the left, that is the northwest. That means the block to the southeast of the witch is our spawn block. That'll be this block right here. Go ahead and replace that block with something that's easy to identify. We don't want to mistake that for something else and break it later. Then go ahead and break these other 3 blocks that the witches are standing on. And kill your witches. Break out the rest of these glass panes. We need a 2-block space between the spawn location and our kill chamber. So in my case, I'm just going to have to dig down 1 block and dig out around, so we've got a 4x4 space down here. Next, grab your pistons and place them down, each facing a different block in this 4x4 area. Just like that. Fill in the blocks around them and behind the pistons with solid blocks. We want to make sure the blocks behind the pistons are filled in as well because we will be waterlogging these pistons. I'll go ahead and break the blocks above the pistons. And we're going to grab our observers and droppers, as well as some additional solid blocks to finalize this trident killer. Above the pistons, you'll place down your observers, droppers, and more solid blocks, just like this, making sure that there's a solid block on top of each piston. Solid block, dropper, observer facing into the dropper, solid block. Do that all the way around. And finally, place your lever on any one of the droppers. This is going to be your power switch. Next, replace the blocks on the floor of the trident killer with your magma blocks. This will cause the witches to take fire damage and will get you your fire resistance potions. You'll want to make a note of the Y level of the magma blocks so that you can be sure to build your spawn location at the correct height. Ours is 65. Now, waterlog each of the pistons. If you've got Impaling 5, make sure you enchant your trident with that. In Minecraft Bedrock, the Impaling enchantment will deal extra damage to any mob in water. Now we've got our enchanted trident. We're going to throw that at the face of any one of the pistons. Place a temporary block on top of the spawn block and a glass block on top of that, then break the temporary block. Next, you'll fill in all the blocks around the kill chamber and the spawn block with solid blocks. We need this chamber in complete blackness for the witches to spawn. That glass block will cause the witches to immediately fall into our kill chamber as soon as they spawn on the spawn block. For item collection, we're going to dig down under our magma blocks. Without breaking the solid blocks behind the pistons, of course. All right, here's our magma blocks with a 1-block space between the magma blocks. We will put down our double chest right in this location here. Put our hopper facing into the double chest and hoppers facing into each other to make a little circle just like that. Place down 2 powered rails on one side of the hoppers just like this, and your hopper with minecart on top. The next set of power rails on the side. Now, you may get this happening to you where the minecarts change direction. That is okay. It's not going to impact us at all. Just place your other minecart down on the other side. We're going to break these far side powered rails and replace them with glass panes. And then push your minecarts right into the glass panes. That will center your minecarts with hoppers over the hoppers and allow for collection under all 4 of the magma blocks. That's really all there is for item collection, but I would say go ahead and throw down a torch down here. It would be really unfortunate if a creeper spawned and blew up your entire farm under here, so make sure you drop a torch down there. Next, we're just going to need to spawn-proof this witch hut, the surrounding areas. We've got some blocks here that are spawnable and will be when we're sitting on our AFK platform, so we'll just cover those with half slabs. And the front. And the roof. Now for our AFK platform, we want to pillar up 40 blocks above the magma. Our magma in this farm is at 65, so we're going to pillar up to 105, and that will be our AFK platform. And then throw in some ladders so you can get up to it. To make sure you're safe while you're AFKing, I might build this platform out just a little bit and make sure you've got solid blocks on top of you, and then you should be pretty safe. Now, all you'll have to do is flip on the farm. You'll hear the trident killer start working. Head on... We already had a witch die. Head on up to your AFK platform. For the most efficient use of this, you'll want to be holding a looting 3 sword. Looting will be applied to the trident killer and will give you the best and most efficient drops. So you just hang out here for a little while, and in no time at all, your chest will look like this. And this is just after 3 or 4 minutes of operating the farm with looting 3 on my sword, so it really does produce pretty well. That's it for this super simple witch farm. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. It really helps the channel reach more people. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.